everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham from Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. Now I got this figure just because it's a really cool variation of Spider-Man, and how can you go wrong with a Spider-Ham? So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, the top, Marvel Legends series, ages 4+, Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham from Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse by Hasbro. Here are the two of them on the front. One side, two of them again. Same thing on the other side. At the back, here are the two figures. And here's their barcode, in case it helps anybody. So no further ado, let's open them up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with a pistol, an alternate head, and of course, a whole other character, Spider-Ham. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Spider-Noir, specifically from Into the Spiderverse. In that animated film, he worked as a private eye, but was pulled into the universe of Miles Morales after the Kingpin attempted to bring alternate versions of his deceased wife and son into the universe. He was originally from the comics in the Noir Marvel Universe. Pretty cool looking figure. A black version of Spider-Man, black trench coat, hat, old school noir feeling. I believe he was from the 30s. So, definitely a cool looking figure. I'm not much of a Marvel or Spider-Man collector. I've got a few figures, that's for sure. But this one appealed to me, as he kind of looks like a cross between Spider-Man and the Question, or maybe Rorschach. So let's take a look at him. Starting with his head here, of course, he's got the traditional giant spider eyes, the white lines around his face. His hat, old school, nice texturing on it. Collar popped up, black trench coat. Also, good amount of texturing on some parts of the coat, but not all parts. Very well done. He's got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, a little holster for his pistol, belt around there, and you can kind of move it around a bit. Trench coat fluttering in the wind, you can see the straps here. Overall, very pleased. One of the coolest Spider-Man figures I've ever seen, that's for sure. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. And we'll start off with Spider-Noir's accessories before we look at Spider-Ham. Here are his heads. He has a total of two of them, one with a hat on and one with the hat off. Here he is with his first head. This one has his hat on. And here's his other head. A little more of a traditional Spider-Man head without the hat. Now let's look at his pistol. It's an old school pistol. Very thin barrel here. Nice texturing on the handle. Mine's a little bit warped for the packaging. Should be an easy fix. I went ahead and dipped that pistol into some boiling water, and it corrected itself with ease. Here's Spider-Noir holding that pistol. Here he is, pointing it right at you. And here he is, holstering that pistol. Here's Spider-Ham. He doesn't have any articulation, and it's really just an accessory, but it's kind of like getting a whole other spider character at the same time. Peter Porker here, he's bitten by a radioactive pig, and it's really just sort of a joke character. He was pulled into the Spiderverse, just like all the other characters. Spider-Man, but he's a pig. You can see a big snout there, ears curled over. Like I said, no articulation, but still, really cool accessory. And okay, I lied. He does have a little bit of articulation. He's got a ball joint in his neck here. Head can rotate around, tilt from side to side, nod up and down. Not too bad. So there's a non-articulated piece, just minimal articulation. Now they're taking a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Now let's check out his height. From the bottom to the top of his hat, standing at about 6.6 inches tall, which can translate to just under 17 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Start with this head here. Of course, you're going to rotate from side to side. You can look up, not very much, but down about that far, not too bad. You can tilt his head from one side to the other a little bit. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that, they go all the way in. His wrist, you can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got a traditional ab crunch, forward and back, waist swivel, legs, go about this far, not quite the splits, ball joints, forward all the way, back not much. He's got thigh cut, double jointed knees below that, then his ankle here, forward and back, tilt rock, no traditional rotation. Here's an image of Spider Noir. He's in an alleyway in the dark. Here he is, in front of an entrance to a motel, doing his investigation, Noir style. And here's Spider Noir on a rooftop, doing Spider-Man things, about to scale down with his webbing. Now let's check him out. Next is some other action figures, starting off with some other Hasbro Marvel Legends. Here he is, next to the only traditional Spider-Man figure that I have. This is an older Toy Biz Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film. Nicely articulated, pretty decent sculpt. And here are all the Hasbro Marvel Legends figures they've made from Spider-Man into the Spiderverse. We have Spider-Ham, Peter Parker as Spider-Man, Spider-Noir, and then Miles Morales. And here he is, with all the different Peter Parker figures that I have. The one on the left is from Toy Biz, and the rest are from Hasbro. Now let's check him out. Next to some other Spider-Man supporting characters. Here he is, next to all of my different Mary Jane figures. And here he is, next to Gwen Stacy. Then, next to all of my J. Jonah Jameson figures. Here he is, next to some recently released Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. Then, with some more recent Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some female Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. Then, next to some older Toy Biz Marvel Legends. And with his hat and trench coat look, he definitely reminds me of some other figures in my collection. Here he is, next to a Shocker Toys Dick Tracy the Blank figure. And here he is, next to a Mattel DC Universe Classics The Question. Then, next to some Rorschach figures by both DC Direct and Mattel. Here's Spider Noir, next to NECA's Black Noir from The Boys. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. But first, let's check him out with some of his Hasbro brothers. Here he is, next to some Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Fortnite Victory Royale figures. And now, with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. Here's Spider Noir, next to a bag of Utz potato chips, barbecue flavor. Then, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And here he is, with some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. And now, next to some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is, standing with some NECA figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here he is, with some McFarlane toys. And here he is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. And finally, next to some Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. Overall, it's a very cool figure. Spider-Man Noir is pretty much everything about Spider-Man, mixed with everything noir that's cool. Black trench coat, black outfit, black mask, black hat. Really, really cool idea. Sculpt and paint job are excellent. I love the texturing on his suit. His accessories are very cool. The pistol, the alternate head, and most definitely Spider-Ham. His articulation is everything you'd expect from a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure. If I were to rate this guy, and I'm enjoying him quite a bit, I'd probably give him a very strong 7.5 out of 10. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.